So, I've significantly updated my UI here. I think last time I was able to do pretty much all the coding characters, but it was taking a while. I kept getting my fingers mixed up because this graphic was using colored borders and interpretation. So I said, I'm just going to make it where with glyphs because it's a SVG. So I'm going to put SVG glyphs over the top. So this has significantly improved the throughput on this. Let's try it a little bit here. So let me turn my screen's probably going to time. I don't know why this split screen times out, but so interpretation, the green play button is start, of course, and then the next one, so the thing with the glyphs is I have to be able to spot them quickly and without thinking and interpret them. And okay, so green, darn it, green with arrow is green arrow with black bar is like a self-terminating. That means it's only one step, because even with just a few items on the screen there, it's like if you're trying to do this fast, which that's the whole idea here, is that you'll see it and you'll feel it. As soon as you see it, you'll feel the strokes. You won't think. Like when I started with this, I was reading these three character things and trying to turn that into a set of finger strokes, and it was very difficult to interpret. So I cut the time in about half just by using my earlier glyphs. Now these are also making things a lot faster for me. They could always be better. I still goof up. I mix up my fingers. I actually use the wrong finger. I get my fingers mixed up. So there's a self-terminating one. And so it's super helpful to just go, okay, there's only one. Don't look around for the dots. This is a pullback. This is a tip forward followed by middle of finger, middle of pinky. Let's see. So the dots are second and third strokes. I mean, it's sort of self-explanatory. Occasionally people ask me, well, what does that mean? And so I tried to make one where you don't have to explain what it means, but people can still be confused, especially if you just see one. But so that's how they string together, So anyway, it's a huge improvement. And I just thought of these SVGs on top of the hand on Saturday, made a mock-up on Saturday, and then I couldn't stop on Sunday. I had to implement the thing. Or forget it. like I would not, I'm not sure if I would have, all the steps that it took to, because I have a script that creates these for every keystroke. Oops. Okay. Tabbed backwards. I have a script because there's 250 characters in the HID table. So I don't want to have to do these each time. So I have a PowerShell script actually now. I kind of started out with JavaScript, but it's just easier to run PowerShell scripts to create a bunch of things, and then it's super easy to open CSVs and convert data into XML for SVGs in PowerShell. It's very you don't have to to switch to convert data types and stuff. It's very built in, and so that's worked super well. So I created this glyph overlay, like steps overlay on Sunday, and then I had to do some update to this thing here that moves you forward, because now if I back up, it backs up the next, which I never had working before and was a constant annoyance. So there's just a few things that I had to do, but huge improvement. Oh, and to correct BLE, apparently Bluetooth Low Energy has a sticky key problem. And so that's a little bit ongoing, but I was able to make it a lot better than what it had been over the weekend. And so the next thing I'm going to do is replace these keys, but it's kind of like the more I can improve the code to work with these junky, noisy switches that are in the keys right now, the more likely that it'll work well with good switches when I put good switches in and redo the switching. Also, it's about 2 or 3 hours of soldering on the IC circuit. I'm not a professional solderer, so I gotta solder on the IC, and there's 15 switches, so I gotta put them in there, and it adds up. So I'm not really looking forward to that level of work. See, there's a sticky key. So that happens enough for it to be a complete annoyance. And right now you have to send a key up. The problem with BLE is you have to send a key up or it will repeat. But the Bluetooth, because it's radio or whatever, some processor is busy and can't, it's in a busy state, can't receive the key up, but it received the key down. Keeps saying, I'm busy, I can't take any more messages, while you're trying to tell it, okay, key up, and it sticks. The key, it interprets it as a sticking key because it didn't receive the key up, because it was blocking. It was saying, I'm in a busy state, I can't key up, can't receive any key ups right now. So you end up with a sticky key on the Bluetooth keyboard. And apparently, if you look online, there's just dozens of or hundreds, I don't know, of posts about Bluetooth keyboards having sticky keys. So I think that's got to be something that is solved with a Android, with a file on the phone that would prevent sticky keys. Of course, that means you would have to use it anywhere you use this Handex. You'd have to install that. So a better solution might be carrying around a little radio frequency thumb USB thing that's more reliable than Bluetooth. Those are just some things that I'm looking at, and you can see it like now, sometimes it just, and there was no prior key there. So this could be anything like radio interference. I don't know what would cause it, but something preventing the key up. If I can send the key back, now key back is a keystroke, so like you can see right there, it gets stuck. Yeah. Those are the next items for updates.